Hello everyone. I was getting ready to do a little embellishment for my little bag I did yesterday, and I thought, well, I'll just turn on the camera real quick and let you see what I had come up with, so you might want to try it. I don't remember if I had already done this, but I don't think I had. No, I think I just got the bag done. I'll run over that real quick. I decided I wanted to put a little tie on this to kind of hold it together. Still got strings everywhere, sorry. Yeah, strings all over everything. I've been clipping stuff here. Oh, needle, put that up. So I just ripped up some of my fabric. This came from an old curtain, but it's a really good broadcloth type cotton fabric. And this is the same fabric that I use all the time, a coffee dye it. And this is the original color, which is also good to have. I've got a lot of it. So I had this from my scrapbooking days, and I think it was a frame, actually. But I thought, hey, that looks like a good little buckle-like thing I could put on there. And then this is from my jewelry making days, and it is a what they call lampwork bead, and it's lined with a silver core. And I thought that would make a really pretty little, I don't know what you would call it, but embellishment, I guess. Then all I did was add a piece out of my old tablecloth, which I love these little round things, and put a button in the middle. And then this just goes through like so and wraps around. And it is double stitched here. And then I put my little doily looking thing on top so you can't see the stitching. That raises up like so, but it's attached here. And then on the other side I did my little stamp and put that over the top of where I had done the stitching. So that is my completed bag, and with all of the strings. So if you don't like this frayed type edge, which I like it, then you could, you know, zigzag it or do a lot of things to not have this frayed edge, but I like the frayed edge. Also, you use the fray check all around it, which I think I had told you I would do, all the way around it. So that eliminates it from ripping too far in. So I decided, since this fabric was really the kind of fabric that would just keep on raveling, that I needed to put the fray check on it, and that keeps it from going any further. And you still get the little frayed look. Anyhow, so my next thought is I wanted to put something on there, like I had put the little tags before, but I thought I wanted to do something different. So this is what I came up with, and I was getting ready to do it. Remember the little tabs that we had done, and I had used these pins, these big coilless safety pins? Well, I did the same idea, only I left the fabric rather long. And I thought this would be really pretty. Let me put this back together here. I'll show you what I had in mind. You could put it anywhere, but since this already has quite a lot showing on the front, I thought it would be cool to put something on the back for some interest on the back. So I thought maybe pin it right there, and that would give you interest on both sides. So that's what I was thinking to do. This would also be cool to put on the front of a journal. You could put it like right there. You could put it in all different places. So let's get on with it. Get this out of the way. I had already, I guess I showed you before. You see, you just loop the fabric over and then stitch on your machine, or you can hand stitch it, or you can glue it. So that's all it is a piece of fabric. And then I real roughly stitched this little half moon thing on here and you could use any kind of lace. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of extra glue on there, just because I want to make sure that it doesn't unravel. Okay. this is what I've come up with. I'm going to put this, it's a little mini tag, and I don't remember whose this is. I won't say who I think it is just because it may not be, if you know what I mean. So this is just a little basic background, you might say. I'm using art glitter glue. I'm going to just sort of center it there in the middle. And then this is, I believe this is from Nature's Remedies. I believe it's already made Tracy Fox kit. It's just a little cigarette card size herb. And I think I'm going to put that, yeah, I'm going to put that right there. Maybe kind of in the center. Yeah. And I found these little birds in one of my bird books, which I had already fussy cut out, and I thought, since there is like lavender violets or whatever on the little bunny pouch, I wanted to pick up some of that lavender. So that's why I chose this particular card. And I'm going to put the little birds like so. Oops. Okay, the next thing I came up with is I wanted a little picture of some sort, and I like this couple. So this came from just some of my stash that I used in my last journal, and I thought it'd be good for this project. And of course we have to have a label of some sort here. I believe this is a Graphic Fairy blank label that I printed in a small format. And this came from Foxy Rag magazine. This was their part of the printout that you got for in the magazine. It was free printouts. It says Sweet Memories. Sweet Memory. I liked it. I thought that'd be perfect here. So I put this out like so. And then of course I have to have a vintage button. So I've already sewn the little vintage button onto a little bit of the same fabric, coffee dyed heart of broadcloth fabric, and put a little smidgen of a lace on there and sewn a button, a vintage button on there. And now I'm just going to glue that down for a little bit of dimension and something interesting up here next to the birdies. Just to get that to smoosh down good. And there's our little embellishment. All right, let's see what she looks like on here. Let's see, I think I'm gonna put it here instead of covering the bunny, or maybe I'll put it, I like it over here. Okay, so I thought this is what I'm gonna do. I think I'll put her about right there. Now, how cute is that? So, as you can see, this could be very versatile. You can make it any size you want. You can hang it on whatever you want. You got your little safety pin. You could make these up ahead of time and just have your little blanks so that it'd be easy to throw it together for some ephemera, for your little pouches, or for the front of a journal You could even do it inside of a journal, and that would be cool too. So one other thing I thought I would see about doing, and I haven't really thought about this too much, but I had this bunch of these little small postcards, etc., and this little man and some labels, and I was thinking maybe we could do the same thing and back, like, let me see what I can come up with. Since I'm recording, I might as well go ahead and do a little bit something else. And this I haven't really thought about, so it might take me a little longer to figure it out, but that's okay. We've got some time. Okay, what I was thinking is, well, let's see. If I do it that way, get my pens out here. Let's see what we got to work with. Because this is wider than the pen itself, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it like I did the other, so I think I'm going to have to do some tabs, maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe like so. Now that might work. And then I could actually just glue it on there. All right, let's do some glue rather than, because I told you you could glue. And so let's do a demonstration on the glue. Let's see how that might work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and rip this the size I want it. That's what we can come up with. This is an impromptu craft along with me. I didn't plan on doing this, but I figured, oh well, that other video, the other was already figured out, and so it wasn't didn't take very much time. So we got a little extra time. So let's see what we can come up with. All right. Think what I'm doing here. Oops, that's hard to tear. Fabric's pretty strong, and pretty strong fabric. Okay. Now by using this fabric, it just gives you a base to either sew or glue to. That makes it a little bit stronger than straight paper, in my opinion. Okay, so if we want to just use glue, I'm going to make it extra long because I can always cut it. Get those strings going. Now, on one side here, I'm going to glue it down first, like that, somewhat in the middle. Now this is going to work similar to the tabs I use when I'm doing using the tabs for a hinge in my journals. Okay. I'll flip that over, and I think I'm going to use Fabri-Tac actually. Oops, wrong one. Where's my Fabri-Tac? There it is. Fabri-Tac has a way to sink down a little bit better into the fabric itself. Okay. Okay. this little card. We'll glue that down. Oops. Hope y'all are all well and having fun crafting with me in your craft room. I've already been having fun today. Thinking about all the things I want to do next. Since I've got all my journals done, I haven't come up with exactly what my next project's going to be, but it's usually not just one project, but several. Get that to adhere good. Before I go any further, I'm going to take my safety pin here, and these safety pins, let me measure that real quick so you know what size I'm using, because it seems to be a really good size for this type of project. So I would say it's probably what they would call either I would say it's probably a 2-inch, thereabouts. So let's see if this comes open. Now, you're going to want it going that way, considering you got to, pin it in. Now we can either leave it swinging like that, which is fine, or we could put some little buttons on there. Now, let's try it and see if the buttons work. Probably would have been easier if I had just put it in there before I glued it down, but I didn't, so there you go. Let's see, we can use buttons. I've got another button here. Yeah, here's another little button. That's cute. There you go. That's cute. But you see how this comes around that little thing? And that's where those little earring backers work really good to keep it from coming around that coilless part. So let's see how this might work. And again, you just go to a place where you can get earring supplies. That's where I got mine from anyhow, where I was making jewelry. And got a bag of them. They're very cheap, but it works really great for this purpose. So that keeps that from coming around that little coilless part there, and you can move it anywhere you want. There you go. All right, let's see, what else can we do on here? Let's see, it might be fun to have, of course, a label of some sort, probably. We might put 2 labels on there, since I have 2 here. Maybe. There's a little picture you could use. I wonder if I have a mini stamp. Let me see if I can get a small stamp here. And where's the stamps? Oh, I got all kinds of tags here. Let me get my tags, labels out. And there's my stamps. And let me see, I got some mini ephemera here from Tim Holtz, and also some other mini ephemeras that I've printed earlier. Let's see what we got. First of all, let me see if I can find a little bitty stamp. All of those are bigger. These are real stamps. I got from someplace in eBay, I believe. That one's too big, but that was cute. I have a feeling all of these are going to be too big for that little bitty postcard. I could do it like that, and you know what I mean? I don't have to put it right where the stamp goes necessarily. Yeah, that might work. I like that color combination. Let's go with that. Wait, there's a bird stamp. That might be better. Yeah, it'd be better. Yep. Okay, let's work with that. Let me get these stamps out of the way. I've not even looked at these before. I just got them and put them in they were in this little envelope, and that's where they've been. I haven't even looked at them. I always forget they're there. Better start dragging them out. They got some cool stamps in there. Now let's see what we've got here. I might not want to necessarily use this. I like that color combination there. See how that might work. That's a nice little combo there. Well, simple but cute. Maybe this might work better. I think that's a better size. Yeah. Okay. Now, is there anything else we need? I don't think so. Rather than use that little bicycle guy, I think that's what I'm going to do right there. Leave that where I can see my flower. Yep. Let's go for it. And then what are we going to do with it? Well, you could use it on one of the pouches again, like I did the other, for something that's not quite as big. Or you could use it in a journal page. So maybe I'll get my little journal out, one of them, and see how it might look on a journal page. Okay. Now, what are we going to do with that? Offset it. Right there, maybe. Okie dokie, there's another one done. So you can see how quick they are. I mean, they're really quick. And they're fairly thin, so you don't have a lot of bulk. Alright, let me see if I can find the journal here. Alright, this one I have already opened. Let's see what, if we were going to use it in this, where we could put it. I think what I see I would do with it is the same as I've done with the other little journal where I use these little pins. I would use this like an interior tag, or a tuck rather. And okay, let me get another page, it's not so busy. Probably what I would do is I would leave this part out for a tab like before we had done, and in fact I probably would put some little embellishments on here, some pearls, etc., whatever. And I probably would just glue this maybe right here and then down one side, and then use it for a tuck on this side like that. Yeah, that would work. There you go. So I've got some ephemera started. I think what I'm going to do, maybe before I start my next journal, I might go ahead and do some ephemera videos. If that's something you might want to see, write me a quick little comment below this video. Let me know your thoughts. And hopefully you enjoyed that quick little video. So until next time, enjoy crafting, and this is Barbie saying bye bye bye.